Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I'm here today with Karim from Israel. Karim, how are you doing today?
Well, great. Today was like actually a tough, like hard day for
Sure.
me in day trading. Maybe the hardest day.
Was
Yeah.
it a tough day today?
Uh, yeah. I guess because I broke my rules. I didn't follow my rules. Usually, like I have rules after three losing.
Hmm.
I will stop, take a rest at least. But today, I guess because I had like great month or great 2 months actually, I had payment
Hmm.
twice from Apex, and the people start to be, your ego will be high, so today I didn't like accept my losing day.
Hmm.
So after I closed my first account, it was almost like $200, and I will take my payout. Yeah, I
Uh,
I was planning tomorrow. So I was talking before I start. I was talking with myself. Okay, if I lose, it's okay. You don't need to take this payout this
right.
in this period. So you have another period. More important, to stay alive,
Sure.
not to die. Yeah.
Right.
But after that, I closed almost like 15 accounts. So yeah.
You know what? It happens. I mean, it happened to me just a few days ago. Unfortunately, when we have that timetable, I think it's just kind of natural to say, tomorrow's payout request day. I'm right there. I can make this back. And that's when we start to make mistakes. But it happens. I think it's part of the process. Fortunately, it doesn't necessarily have the pain as if it was, self-deposited or whatever the case may be. But did you get it? Was it a good learning experience for you at least?
Of course, man. I was saying, actually, I have also like student. I am like teacher because I start like
Sure.
before them. They are my friend.
Uh-huh.
They still new, like 3 months only. But I was saying like for them also like we never lose.
Right.
We never lose. So if we close the account, we lose the money, but we didn't lose actually because you gain experience,
Right.
you gain, this emotion, you discover yourself.
Hmm.
So it's like, it's a journey.
Sure.
So
So speaking of journey, so how long have you actually been trading at this point?
mm, well, I mentioned this before for you before you started recording. So I was studying as like a medical
Hmm.
in the third year. So in the third year, I was like, well, I started talking with myself. Okay, now I should change my a lot of habits
Hmm.
to schedule my also like my time. So what can I do? So I was smoking. I was doing a lot of things, bad things. So I said, okay, if you want to change the habit, you should put another habit
Right.
to be beneficial. So what I did, so in the morning, an example, I used to use the social media and Instagram and everything. So what I did, just change it for one video
Okay.
about trading. So and before the sleeping, also another video. So in general, in the beginning was like half hour. After that, 1 hour.
Right.
But every day, 1 hour. At the end of the year, it will be like 365 hours,
Right.
and that's a lot
Yeah. Absolutely.
without feeling that you are studying or doing something.
Right.
So day by day, and I think I start really like to trade. Actually, I didn't mention that, but I have never tried them,
Hmm.
which maybe that's mistake, maybe not. I don't know. So,
Well,
well,
at the
uh,
end of the day, it sounds like it's working out for you.
yeah, well, yeah. I took like a few payouts.
Hmm.
I think I still new. I just start for in June, something like this.
Okay.
June or July 23.
Sure.
So it's almost like, yeah, about like 8 months, nine
Okay.
months. Still didn't pass a year. So
You know what? And that's a pretty good progression. I talk to traders that it takes them years before they get their first payout, and then I talk to traders who, like, I talked to somebody I think last couple of days that 4 months in. and he got his first payout and was expecting a huge second payout. So everybody's on a different journey, and I think this is one of the things that traders really need to understand is that somebody else's journey is not your own. And we all are going to progress at a different rate based on our experience, based on our background, based on our mindset. And as long as we focus on just being better than ourselves yesterday, we should be good. And at the end of the day, that's what ultimately leads to payouts, in my opinion. As we go through this process, I talk to a lot of traders. It's been fun.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, about this journey, I gained a few things. So I can say it. So my first payout was after 5 months, about from first time I start. But when I start, actually, I didn't start prop firm.
Right.
I didn't know even there is something like this. So I start by my money and the future. So you can guess what happened.
Sure.
And
Same thing that
I
happened to
didn't
the
try
rest
the
of us.
demo. Yeah. Yeah, surprise. But I didn't I didn't give up or something. First time I lose my money or something, I feel like exciting, but not gambling. Not this is the exciting of the gambling. I said to myself, oh, there are a lot of things I can learn, and this huge world. I didn't know there is something like this. I was hearing, okay, stocks or something, but like companies, not normal people can do it.
Right.
So
Well, it's like anything else. You mentioned being in the medical profession and in the education process there, and that's not something that you can pick up in 6 months or a year. I mean, it takes time, and just like that, I mean, trading is a skill. As long as you give yourself enough time to develop it as a skill, and that's where people tend to find that journey brings them success and brings them that viability.
it is actually scary. Even if you didn't continue in this field, you gain a lot of things, because trading also, as I said, it's lifestyle. It's not only trade.
Right.
So whatever you do in your life, that's will, affect in your trading day and opposite. So as also what I did about these things, in my life, just also changed my routine. So after that, I discover, okay, that's affecting my, about my trading.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, what you described was a lifestyle or a habit. You didn't go consume 20 hours of trading videos every day. You did an hour a day over the course of time. And you give yourself that time. When you trade that same way, this is already part of your habit. This is already part of your routine. So you're less likely to want to do everything all at once. And as any trader who's been trading for more than just a few minutes knows, slow and steady wins the race. When you develop that as the habit, as your routine, as the part of who you are and how you operate, I think that will translate into the actual trading and will ultimately bring you a higher level of success.
That's true, yeah. You will depolarize your character about trading, and after that. So as I said, also like it's the same as I mentioned to my friend. If you want to enter this field, never enter when you are hungry. You want
I
money.
like that.
It's the same when you go to the supermarket and you are hungry. You will pick everything.
Right.
So why did I say that? Because first time when I enter like I want a lot of money, because when you go to YouTube, social media, you see a lot of people, they didn't mention anything from about their journey in the beginning. They didn't mention how many years, how hard, just they will show you, the result.
That's one of the reasons we do these videos, because so rarely do you ever see the beginning stages of the journey. By the time somebody shows up on YouTube, they've been trading for 5 or 10 years, they've developed a system, they're skilled, and you don't see what it took to get there. And so one of the things that I really enjoy about doing this is being able to show traders what that journey looks like, because most of the traders that I talk to have only been trading for a year or less. And so it gives people an opportunity to see what that journey looks like. And I think that's incredibly helpful, especially as people are struggling with the frustration of maybe not seeing the progression as quickly as they would like to. But
Yeah.
it'll get there.
Yeah, an example. So today, I lose my mind. I didn't control myself. Well, I don't remember last time happened that. So, but actually I appreciate that happened.
Hmm.
Just to remember me, you know,
Sure.
you're still a human. You are not robot. So we could do mistake.
100%. I I don't know of a trader that doesn't make mistakes. Traders that have been trading for decades still make mistakes. It's part of self-management, and at the end of the day, if you stick to your strategy more often than not, you have a higher likelihood of success. So, but if you were able to talk to a new trader, just going down the road of working with Apex or another prop firm, what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give somebody at this point?
Do you mean about the prop firms? Like advice
Just
about the pro or in general?
in general, what's the biggest piece of advice you give a new trader?
Well, I can say one thing about it. I mentioned once before, don't like learn everything in 1 week or in one period. Just enjoy it
Mm-hmm.
step by step.
Right.
So do it like a habit, you know. And the other things, like there is no one strategy about it, the correct one. There is no anyone wrong or there's no anyone, right. Just pick and depolarize your character, your personality, how you trade, because everyone is different. We are not the same. We are not robots. So maybe about my risk management, I feel good to do it, not a huge big risk management. I can't, risk a lot because I would be, like stressed or something.
Right.
So I can't choose like this. I like it maybe, the tight one
Right.
and I win, yeah. And other person will do the opposite. He likes, the lose,
Mm-hmm.
stop loss. So and also he win. So both are right. So just more important the beginning, just try, do a lot of things,
Sure.
listen from other people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just go to other people and try to kind of like to tell them like no, you are right, you are wrong.
So find a strategy that works with your own temperament and realize that there's
Yeah,
not
but
they're not all
it's need time to to discover yourself.
sure. Sure. And I think that trading is a great way for people to learn about themselves because it will draw
True,
out
true.
the extremes in many cases. And, well, then you start to figure out what works best with those extremes for you.
Well, I can say about myself, I learn a lot.
Hmm.
So most of people, we have like salary. No, I mean young people or something,
Yeah.
the beginning, we have like, salaries. So we almost we have never tried to, to manage our risk.
Hmm.
So that's something new, to try risk management and also regulate your emotion.
Hmm. I love it. I love it. I think these are all great and valuable lessons that will hopefully help a lot of traders start to learn how to develop the skill versus get stuck in their own habits or routines or mindset because at the end of the day, almost any strategy can be successful for the right trader. So the key is becoming the right trader.
Yeah, the key is about the time and the place.
Sure.
So
Sure. Figure out what works for you.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, Kareem, I really appreciate you hanging out and spending some time with us today. One of the things that I like to do is, once we've had an opportunity to connect, catch up a few months down the line and get an update, see how everything's coming along. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, sure, sure. Actually, I'm thankful actually, and I appreciate this opportunity to have it with you. After this long day, I was angry, but now after I talk with you, so I feel good actually, and I'm
I
like excited to see myself after 2 months or 3 months, and tell you about what happened.
Well, let's work on getting that update and just let me know when you're ready and we'll coordinate that and get an update from you a couple months down the road and see how things are progressing.
Great. Sound lovely.
Awesome, Kareem. Well, I appreciate it. Again, thank you for hanging out with me today. Can't wait to get an update from you here in short order. Okay?
Thank you.
You got it. We'll talk to you soon.